All right, that is the little animation I see. That means that we're going live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow Skaven of the internet. I am Trisky. I play Mange Scratch, the Skaven Gun Rat, and this is our Mordheim campaign in Warhammer Fantasy 4E. Joining me are Fluff, who is playing as Alexandria Janus, the Slaneshi nun, funnily enough, and our not so humble GM Marius.
Hello.
Say hello simultaneously.
Hello.
Hello.
There we
Hi.
go.
Oh,
Production value,
We're
coordination.
not being held captive against our will. I mean, what?
No, they are not.
there is no
I don't
gun
have-
help for my head right now.
There's
Yeah,
no
there's-
there's no C4 explosive underneath my car right now. We're fine.
There's no warpstone cartridge loaded and placed against your temple.
There's no
Nope,
shape
no.
charges on my chair right now.
Why are we all
Anyway.
talking about things that aren't happening? Jeez, this is like a non-subject. Moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To briefly summarize what happened last time, I feel that it would be in the best interest, mainly because I'm biased towards my own perspective as Mange, for our GM to describe it, especially considering this is a bit of a recap for our other player, Fluff. Our last player, Ken, who plays as Siegfried, is not here this session because he is off on vacation at the moment. But we are moving on without him because I know him in real life. I can just fill him in on shit. So,
And-
go ahead, Marius.
Yeah. Anyways, last session, Zintian sorcerer brought you into the city, and you got into a room and you started going around, pretty much. You heard that your gutter runner, was scouting around. Mentioned that there were some humans up in the Raven barracks, but you decided to ignore it for now and continued on going towards the Temple of Sigmar, which is where Alex keeps insisting to go. And because none of you really have any other directions to go, you just kept going through there. Eventually, on your way at around the Count's palace, your gutter runner reports again that he found some weird mutilated bodies and what turned out to be a priest of Mor praying over them, giving them their last rites. He got back to you guys, and Siegfried had a little conversation with him, which got cut mostly short because you proceeded to get attacked by Kane worshipping Druchii, or Druchii. I started playing fucking 40k on tabletop sims, so.
We swap back and forth. It's forgivable.
But yeah, you fought some Druchii. Siegfried got fucked up and barely won against the witch elf on one wound. After the fight, he decided to claim her little fucking headband thing for his own, which I do have to mention. And amongst those witch elves, there was one executioner there who happened to not die by the end. So Alex decided to keep him alive for interrogation, quote unquote. After the fight, Siegfried sort of decided that maybe we should try our chances with the barracks. And once you got there, turns out that the people there were actually part of his old mercenary band. So that was pretty convenient. And now you have some free rooms to rest. And over there, the Siegfried's old mercenary guard, or old mercenary leader, called Leibrecht, Brand, bloody Germans, mentioned,
German names.
yeah, started talking about how from one of his scouting parties, only a single man returned. And he talked about them being mutilated and a lot of other horrible things, which kind of came along with the bodies found around the Count's palace. And he also promised Siegfried a suit of plate to give him a suit of plate armor in the morning because they are the barracks. They have some stuff to spare. And Mange and his little gang of Skaven slaves, which is now one lower than it was last session, were given a shitty dark room with a single way out as their resting place because they aren't going to trust the Skaven. But you're also Skaven, so you don't give a shit.
Yeah. We don't trust each other. Why would we have to worry about them trusting us?
Yeah. But anyways, with that done, I don't believe that I've missed anything important. The only potential thing would be Siegfried getting a flower from the memorial gardens. But yeah. Bluff, what would you like Alex to be doing in this situation? Because you sort of missed half of the last session.
Well, first off, the thing I would like to take from like the spells would be Gift of Slanesh.
Hold up. You already have that by default.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll figure out later.
Yeah.
Anyways, so he's going to be dragging this guy down to the fucking somewhere where some dungeon-esque kind of place. We're taking over this base, you said?
No, we're hanging out here. The
Yeah.
guys who own it are a bunch of mercenaries that used to be like Siegfried used to be part of their war band.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
we're sort of biding our time here, as far as I can gather.
Would they mind if I use their dungeon real quick?
They'll allow it, although they'll be slightly worried.
Yeah, two Druchii going into a dungeon, that is kind of something to be worried about. I don't blame them.
Specifically, one Druchii who's wearing a fucking Slanesh necklace and one who's unconscious. And mostly naked because fucking Mange took all of his armor.
Yeah.
Because it was shiny.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. She's just dragging him down to their dungeon.
Yeah.
No, we're going to get some preparations ready for this interrogation, starting off with the Gift of Slanesh casting. Alright, so I just roll 1d10, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I gotta fucking... There, that...
You have to wait for a Foundry to load on mobile, and then you have to remind yourself how to actually roll.
There we go. There we go. Fuck me. Do I need to make like a pray check to see if it works?
For this, just a D10.
Alright. Come on. 5. 5 is
Siren Song.
Siren Song. Very useful for this. Alright. We're gonna wait until he wakes up and then just pop that right real quick before we start our interrogation.
You don't mind me asking, does Alex bring anything else into the room other than him?
She has anything else on her, but she'd bring whatever she has on her, but If there's stuff lying around in the dungeon, she'll certainly take advantage of that later. We'll get to that.
The most that there will be is probably like a loose pipe somewhere, but yeah.
All right. We can make it work. Anyways, so we're gonna wait till he wakes up, and then the moment she sees him wake up, she's immediately going to pop that siren song. So, and since he's chained up to the wall, he can't move towards me.
Yep.
That's gonna be a broken condition.
Let me double check what how specifically broken works. Broken. You are terrified, defeated, panicked, or otherwise convinced you are going to die. On your turn, your move and action must be used to run away as fast as possible until you are in a good hiding place beyond the line of sight of any enemy.
And I believe, if I'm correct, that it stacks. Does it not?
It says that they only get gain one broken condition. The effect ends if you are attacked, regardless of the spell's duration. And gift of Slanesh, I made it last fellowship bonus rounds.
Okie doke.
Your fellowship is 50.
Yep.
So yeah, the second this guy wakes up, he'll be in a weird mix of wanting to come towards you, but also wanting to hide in the other end of the room.
But his like hands are like chained to the wall, so he can't.
Yeah.
It's like, well, now that we've got that started, you're going to tell me some things. It's like, my last name, Janice. Is that name familiar to you? There is a wrong answer.
I'm going to roll him a willpower to see how well he will be holding on to his sanity. Not the best, but not the worst.
So he's scared. He's terrified down to his core, but he's not blubberingly insane. Perfect.
Close to that. He's still an executioner, so he won't be going down without a fight. So he'll just try to look as defiantly as he can manage and shake his head no.
Going to continue to come closer as she's kind of like on the other end of the dungeon, and she's just slowly coming closer. Are you sure you don't recognize that name? Now. We're both Druchii. We can be honest with one another.
He spits towards your general direction.
If this were in any other circumstance, I'd thank you. But for now, I don't think you're hearing me correctly. You will be telling me where my father is. I don't think I need to tell you that what I'm going to do to you is much worse than what he could do to you. And if it is what you wish, I can give you a swift death afterward to make sure you don't have to endure it. But either way, you are staying here with me until you tell me. If this takes days, months, years, I will stay here with you and making sure that you live in absolute happiness.
I've already failed Kane. I know your kind. You will No matter what I say, you will keep in here as long as you can.
And what exactly are you going to do about it besides stand here defiant? Do you at least want a possible out? Either
Uh,
way, people are going to think that you told me. It's just a matter of whose hands you're in. Mine or his?
he's referring as to your father, I assume.
Yes. Let's not play dumb. I think you know who he is. He's very prominent as far as I'm aware.
Hmm.
So, be in my hands or be in his. Because if you leave here today at all, you're going to be in his. He will not take the chance that you haven't told me.
Eh, what sort of Druchii are you? Hanging out with the slave races?
The kind that likes to break the rules more than usual. And the kind that will likely break your nose as well. But I think that's very prevalent. Now, would you mind telling me where he is? Because people will think that you told me either way. Might as well get it out of the way so we
He
can get.
chuckles slightly.
Is that a no?
I have no clue who you are.
Oh, I'm sure you don't know who I am, but I'm sure who you know where Mr. Janice.
Uh, what did you say?
Janice.
Hmm. Let me roll something. I might have heard of that name before.
Well, then how about I make you a wager? Seeing my insignia shouldn't should tell you enough that I'm more than capable of making this experience pleasurable for you as well. Let's make a deal. I'll make you feel better than you felt in your entire life. And it, instead of torturing you for all as long as I am able, if you can tell me where my father is. I think that's a very, very generous deal.
After you said, if you think you can tell me where my father is, you sort of cut off until steal.
Oh,
But
sorry.
yeah, the general idea of that got through, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
eh, servants of Cain don't care about pleasure. I have another thing in mind, though.
do tell.
Do you know what we are here for?
I can't say I'm too privy.
We found one of Cain's rings of power in this bloody city.
There's a lot in this city, as I've heard. Where are you going with it?
Well, we're piling up the sacrifices in his name until we can have a grand tournament. Whoever gets out of it alive will also claim the ring for themselves.
And I'm guessing you wanted to participate in this tournament?
Kane has already lost hope for me. I've lost at the likes of you. No. Was thinking of your human. And he says human with utter disgust.
Yes, I've come to find that the human is very adept in combat.
Got lucky. The witch elves rushed in, were so excited for the potential of feeling the blood of a worshipper of Mor that they didn't wait to poison their blades.
Well, that seems like how do they put it these days? A skill issue?
Son of a bitch.
So get on with it. What's your catch?
He'll definitely be interested in learning how to wield my Druchii. I've seen the fire of a warrior in his eyes. Let me talk to him and make him into a true murderer. And if you'll give me this, I will give you some information.
Kind of ponders for a moment. Well, I can see if I can I'll accompany him, but I'll bring him down here. It's like, I'll be back with him in a moment. You rest up. You'll need it.
Mm.
She kind of walks up the steps, leaving
Yeah.
there, and just like, I would not recommend going down there to the other mercenaries.
They slightly shiver.
And she's going to go look for Siegfried, who
Yeah.
isn't here today.
Yeah. For this, we can just say that with Siegfried, we can decide what will happen during next session or between this and next session.
Yeah.
But yeah. I was even thinking Siegfried talking with him later, not even now. I mean, he has to. Siegfried in character has to rest anyway for a bit. Because, he's
Yeah, he
almost
got
dead
fucked up.
anyway.
Yeah, she won't disturb him. Well, there's always Slaneshi things she can do around the camp, so she'll probably do unspecified Slaneshi things.
Yes, unspecified Slaneshi things.
Yes,
favorite.
unspecified TOS.
Yes, exactly. So she'll do that if she is able.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of mercenaries around. What do you expect?
Yeah, pretty easy pickings.
Literally walk into random tent. Slaneshi things. Profit.
Exactly. That is my exact sentiment.
So roll a charm with a +10.
Let me see.
And before magnificent failure.
Everyone else is just way too scared thinking about what she did to the executioner.
And then modifier +10.
All right.
Boom. Let's see how that went.
Marginal success.
Yeah. So you do Slanesh things with some people, but some are scared because
I just got done torturing someone, and I'm a Slaneshi Druchii, which has its all separate content.
You are both Slaneshi and Druchii, so yeah.
It is literally like all of the arousal combine to one.
And all of the red flags.
All, all of the fucking red flags, and then the nun garments on top of it.
Yeah.
Like it couldn't be any more of a red flag that she's probably also insane.
Yeah.
And some were like, some say don't stick your dick in crazy. I say fuck it.
Look, man, these guys are in Mordheim. You think they care?
Yeah,
Anyway. Uh,
some of them do.
anyways.
Fair.
We'll go over to what Mange would be doing for a bit then. And then you can go
So
back and see what you can extract from the executioner in a bit, so go ahead.
I wind up. I mean, my goal right now is I am using a lot of my ammo, and I need to get more. So I need to get warpstone or warpstone powder with which to make new black powder, and on top of that, I'm going to need black powder. So I am going to go scavenging, if anything, and probably tell the gutter runner to watch the Skaven slaves and make sure they don't fuck things up back at home. Or our temporary home.
So you're just going scavenging by yourself, I assume?
Yeah, I'm going scavenging solo, keeping a really low profile and trying to keep the high ground as much as possible and just keep track of my surroundings.
Yeah. If the gutter runner might have a rope or something like that on him, so I assume that you would take it.
Rope or something.
Yeah.
I forget if I even have anything like that in my trappings. I would, I mean, Skaven are pretty good at climbing on their own inherently, and I'm decently good with my agility and, like, acrobatics. My athletics is up to, like, 43, so if I take my time, I should be good.
Yeah.
I leave the pile of lapis lazuli behind.
I assume that you leave most of your loot stashes behind. You still have
Yeah.
all of the fucking loot from the Druchii, which is actually... From the witch blades alone, you are actually rich. Because each one is like 15 gold pieces or something like that.
I will probably, actually, with that in mind, and the fact that I just realized I do already have some warpstone dust, I just need black powder. I'm going to ask these guys if there's any lying around in the armory and offer them some less shiny but apparently valuable things in compensation.
Like, I assume that you're just going to offer up all of the fucking armor and black armor and swords from the
Yeah,
Druchii
the
that
shit
you
that
don't care
doesn't
about.
shine very nicely.
Yeah.
I am going to let some of the Skaven slaves take their pick of them first, though. Because one
Fair.
of them already died. Obviously, the armor won't fit at all, but the weapons could be nice, so I'll let them at least give that a look-see, and if any of them decide to keep it, then that's on them.
Yeah. Um, they will take some things, but not enough to make a difference here. I will buff them up a bit later, likely.
Alright.
I mean, they will likely take some of the witch blades and use them instead of what they were using now, and the same with the gutter runner. Even
Fair
though
enough.
they're all weird and pointy and way too spiky. But yeah. Roll me like a charm or something for negotiating haggle.
Haggle.
You will basically succeed. You'll need like 6 degrees to fail this. 6 degrees of failure, I mean.
Okay, so let's see 6 degrees of failure, because I have a 22.
Only 2 degrees.
Better than I expected.
So Yeah, you managed to get a decent amount of gunpowder for your bullets.
And whatever
Yeah,
other components I need for it, but I'm pretty sure I have the majority of them.
yeah,
It's Skaven gun shit. It doesn't need to be complicated.
yeah. I
So that's basically my goal. I'm going to try and gather all that together and actually make more, like, warpstone gunpowder.
I will say that with that you will if you succeed at getting some ammo, you'll now be a D5 instead of a D3.
All right.
It should be like so lower one of your pieces of warpstone piles by one.
Should I do the warpstone or the pouches of warpstone dust?
Up to you.
Because the warpstone dust is what I would crush the warpstone into anyway to make it, because it's warp shot and powder. Um, I'll lower the
Yeah.
warpstone dust powder pouches by 1 to 2 instead of 3.
Alright.
Unless you want more.
I mean, I can also just see your screen because of screen share
Yeah.
stuff, but yeah. Yeah. So go ahead and roll the trade thing. I will say that because you can have some help here, make it at least with a +10.
Impressive success. Good shit.
Nice. For that, I will say they can have two,
I started with
1d5
20. I
yeah.
started with 20 shot total, and I'm trying to replenish most of that stock. I've gone through 15 shots, so.
Go with 1d5 and give yourself +2 additional bullets, just guaranteed.
Fuck!
Damn! So you get 3 bullets.
I'm able to make 3 more. I'm up to 8. Alright.
Yeah. You don't. Mage doesn't really exactly know what he's doing. He maybe oversaw some of the Clan Scryer people crafting shit.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to do the same thing that they were doing. So you managed to get some results. So in character, you're probably more ecstatic.
Yeah, and
But
character mage
yeah,
is just like, yes, that's more gunshot!
meanwhile, out you roll the fucking one on the D5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, Mange's main goal at this point. So that's me accomplishing my short-term goal technically, but not like in spirit, because I wanted to like replenish most of my supply.
Yeah. I will say that you completed you did complete it and I'll give you the XP at the end. But yeah.
I'll just put a little plus there to mark that I've done it. But other than that, I am going to go back and see if I can acquire a simple flintlock gun from their armory to fiddle with. Because, as you said before, I am a gun rat. I'm not an established engineer, so I need to learn how to do this shit.
So you literally just want to get a gun, experiment with it, and see and try to not explode.
Basically, yes. Mage wants to,
mean,
like, deconstruct this,
yeah,
man-thing gun.
There's definitely some like already exploded guns and some that are just bare like just used up pretty much and rusty. So yeah, you have your options for experimenting.
Mage is going to get as many as he can and attempt to craft one functional gun from all of them.
You gather up. So you gather up like 20 to 20 broken guns and you are going to try to make your own gun.
Yeah, I'm going to try and utilize broken parts from them and repurpose, well, non-broken parts from some of them and repurpose them into one cohesive whole so that I can learn engineering a
Roll
bit more.
trade engineering.
I'm going to
Do
use a
you
point to
want-
increase that by 1.
Yeah.
It's that.
So by some miracle, you make this abomination, which is likely to explode with after the third shot you fire, but you did make a gun.
Yay!
I will say that make a tracking marker in your character sheet in notes and make it like a 1 out of 11 because 11 is the fucking great the horned rat's holy number.
There, that's
Or
1x and 10 underscores.
actually make it 2 X's because yeah, you did make a fucking gun out of nothing. Or multiple guns. Do you actually want to later on give you the stats for this gun?
I would love my shit show gun, and to know how well it does. This
I will-
one, since it's made of human parts, I'm assuming just does black powder. So how out of all the black powder I have, do I have any leftover that I can just make regular black powder, like non-warp black powder out of?
Likely, yeah.
Improvised. It would probably be like improvised shot and powder, if anything.
Yeah. For improvised shot and powder, I can say that it would be 2d3s if you succeeded.
2d3.
And do it with a plus 20 because now you slightly know what you are doing. I mean, I meant
Like
plus
that?
20 as in
Oh, like the
plus
modifier
20
to a
the
roll. This is a trade engineer thing?
Yeah. Because there's people who actually know how
Wow,
this works.
okay. Fuck you. Okay, I don't at least don't blow myself up.
Hey Jimmy, do you want another reroll? All that it cost you is 1% of your soul.
No, I just don't want that 97 because knowing that, you would make it blow up in my face.
I wouldn't. It's only 3 degrees of failure.
Well, now it's only 1 because I used my last fortune for the session on it, thank you.
I will say roll a d3 because you get some bullets, but you just waste most of everything.
Hey!
You get 3
I'll adjust
improvised and powder
I'll
bullets.
adjust this to be 3 because it defaults to
Yeah.
12 when you add it.
Understandable.
Understandable. Have a nice day. I'm gonna head out.
Literally. Anyways, back to Alex. Fluff, are you alive?
Fluff needs
Yes,
to
I'm
unmute
here.
himself. Yeah.
I'm here.
Great.
So,
So, do you want to be given the short of what the executioner can give you in terms of info, or the long way? Because fuck it, it's only 2 players today, so might as well.
sure, go ahead.
Uh, so, what would you first try to ask him, or would you allow him to just explain?
I'll allow him to explain.
The short of it is that there's another group of beast tamers in the west, no, in the east of the city, and they are the ones who mentioned Jennifer. With
You mean Janice?
No, Jennifer.
Oh right, you have another. Yeah, I remember now.
yeah. We've had friendly relations with them until recently. Something about one of the witch elves killing their kitty cat. I'm not sure.
Could you repeat that? I'm sorry, I spaced out for a minute.
They were on friendly terms with the beast hunters or beast tamers around the east of the city for a bit. But at one point, something about one of the witch elves killing one of their kitty cats or something made them go against each other. But that's whatever, because hey, more targets to murder for Kane.
So you said they were in the west, you said?
East.
East.
He corrected himself.
Okay. Is that all
'Cause
you
we are in
know?
the West.
All that I have about Jennifer.
Perfect. Now, Siegfried, would you mind leaving us alone for a moment? I don't think you want to see this.
Siegfried escorts himself out of the room.
As for which side I'm going on with this, I'd say a bit of both.
Fair.
I'd say a bit of both. I
Yeah.
think that's all we need to say about that.
Anything else that you would ask him about the city?
Depends. What else does he know?
He's not going to give
I mean-
information unprompted.
Fair enough. I don't know. She doesn't really know that she needs to know anything else, so I guess not.
I mean, there are some things which is like general information you might have gathered within these barracks themselves, and and Cutthroat's den. Some of it is like, hey, what's over here, and I can tell you then, and some of it is like something that I should have mentioned before, especially for Mange, because it's like there are rumors about there being trolls under a middle bridge protecting a massive pile of warpstone.
Does she inform Mange about this at any point in time?
I mean, that's just a general rumor. Roll a perception or whatever to see if you actually hear about this.
Me? Alright. Ah, shit, I swapped back to the wrong one. Oh, fuck! I'm doing some painting and I accidentally pulled off the lid for one of the paint bottles and I just dipped my hand in it.
Oh god.
Alright, I will get to the task that has been beholden of me eventually, but I need something to wipe off the paint on my palm. There we go. That works. That functions. Cool. Okay. Skills. You said perception.
Yeah, or something else if you have something that you think would work better.
This is to like
To
hear
randomly
rumors and
hear
whatnot.
about a rumor, yeah.
Well, perception would make the most sense in my head just because, Skaven and good hearing, so I'm just gonna roll that. Hey, success! 3 degrees.
Yeah, you heard about it.
Yeah, I know. I know my target. You cannot escape.
You're going to storm Middle Bridge the second you can.
I am going to put my powers together to storm Middle Bridge as soon as possible. But first, I am biding my time to build up enough resources to do so.
All of the blood sacrifices that you make for the Horned Rat will also ask him to make a middle bridge fall over and kill all of the trolls or something.
Well, no, if the middle bridge falls over, that'll probably shatter a bunch of my warp zone, and I might not want to use it as warp zone dust. I might want to just keep the shinies.
Fair. But yeah. Another thing that I should probably touch upon is, hey, you have an ogre in the camp and a bunch of fucking elf corpses.
We know what
Alex,
happens.
How do you feel about cannibalism?
She's Slaneshi. I think that's all that needs to be said about that. If it's good meat, it's good meat.
It's really good meat.
Then it's good meat.
Especially considering it's all muscled and toned, since they're all, like, Kane worshippers.
Oh boy. True.
Meanwhile, I'm a Skaven, so I give 0 fucks.
You just eat whatever you get.
It is food. It provides sustenance. I am still alive.
Yeah. Pretty much. Also, another point for Fluff being Slaneshi because feast.
Mm-hmm. If it is
You indulge.
decadent, she will consume.
Ogre meals are extremely decadent.
That's their whole shtick with food.
Yep. They literally just live to eat pretty much and are really good at it. But yeah.
They're also really good at fighting, as long as they're on a decent stomach.
Do I get corruption for cannibalism?
That's a good point. You get
Roll 1d2.
to be funny, roll 1d3.
Oh, he's going even more daring.
Okay.
Because they were also Kane worshippers, so
Ah.
Only a 1.
you only get you're only up to 4 corruption.
I can't really see my corruption, I'll be honest with you.
You are at 4 corruption out of 6.
Gotcha.
Once you get to over 6 corruption, so 7, you can roll for mutation.
I believe I
Quick.
have a whole thing for that, right?
Yeah.
Good.
One of the additional books has a massive mutations list. And some of the roles are like the list has an entire section separate for every chaos god, or the main ones, because there's technically a bunch of fucking chaos gods, especially in fantasy. But yeah. Anything else you guys would like to be doing yet, or?
I don't really have too much in particular, to be honest, especially considering we really can't, like, saddle out.
Yeah, I think that I had something in mind for Alex a second ago, but it slipped my mind, or it was the cannibalism.
You can't remember if you've already remembered or not.
Yeah,
That's a mood.
that's a mood. That's another thing to blame Zinch for, really.
Yeah. When in
Uh,
doubt, blame Zinch. Because he probably
Exactly.
had something to do with it.
He always has something to do with it. uh, yeah. I don't really want to call the session after 1 hour, but I'm thinking about what else you guys could be doing for now. Because it will take Siegfried a little bit to fully recover from his wounds. I would say at least like 3 days. So if there is something you want, you can do it.
I do still want to go scavenging or at least scouting the nearby area.
Oh yeah, I remembered. Alex, you might also want to try getting your short-term ambition done.
Yeah, I can try and get it done in this mercenary camp.
Yeah. If do you
Try and
want
get
to?
someone to do some really fucking depraved shit that they'd never do before.
Should we
What do
go with
you,
the? Should
what
we
would you
go
like?
with? Should we go with the scavenging first one until we're done with that, you can think of what fucked up thing you want to make someone do.
I guarantee that whatever it is, it's probably not going to be something we can say here.
Yep,
Oh
that's probably
boy.
gonna be some TOS bullshit.
Anyways, what do you want to? Where do you want to scavenge and what for?
So, I'm not going exceptionally far. I'm checking around the area to see if I can find any notable sites with things that might possess shinies, basically. Like, I'm mange. I'm a one-track mind, my guy.
Yeah.
I have not garnered any grander ambitions than accumulate massive piles of wealth like a fucking dragon.
Um, I'm trying to look if there is anything like investigation or something. Because for you, a scavenging skill would actually be like incredibly useful. But yeah, I suppose do the good old D100 and see what you get.
Alright. We got a regular D100 slash R1D100. 38. Certain my
You
perception is a 40.
you don't find anything particularly useful, but you do find some shiny things
Yes.
that have been
It's all
left
that
around,
matters.
like a broken sword which shines really nicely in the sun.
Yes. Gib. Take.
A couple more broken guns.
More scrap. Alright.
And some shiny rocks here and there. But yeah, this area
Always a
has
good
been.
collection.
This
Mostly
area
looted.
is, yeah, mostly looted because, there is a fucking mercenary band right there.
Yeah, I honestly didn't expect it to be unlooted, even remotely.
Yeah.
Mange is quite happy with his haul, in spite of the fact that it is of absolutely no real value. And brings it
Yeah.
back and hoards it like any other self-respecting mange would do.
There's multiple mages in the mage
Well, no,
force.
basically, I feel like mange as like there are rats that like to hoard things, but they don't like things just for being shiny like mange does. I think most Skaven are at least smart enough to tell that like shiny does not mean useful or
Yeah.
valuable.
I mean, there is the horde rats in Vermintide, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but they're actually carrying valuable shit every single time. Or not, and you somehow kill one and it drops nothing because the game's a bitch and it hates your guts.
Oh boy. Funny.
But yeah, pack rats carry like potions and healing salves and whatnot. They don't just carry shiny rocks and broken swords.
Uh, but yeah. Hey Alex, what's the fucked up thing you want to do? And if it's too much for to go around TOS, say it in the fucking Discord chat. Or the
The
fucked
fact
up thing
that
you want someone to convince to do.
Let me see.
Think of all the possibilities.
or don't. It's up to you, chat.
Oh boy.
What would you like me to roll?
Hmm. roll bless.
All bless. Got it.
I mean, first a blessing and then maybe a charm. I will say that you can use Gift of Slanesh to maybe get something useful here.
Okay. Anything I need to?
Yeah.
I think I roll like willpower or something.
But although you do
That's-
need to actually win the
Yeah.
roll here, so yeah.
So 2 blesses.
One bless for now, just for to see if you get the Gift of Slanesh first.
Okay. If the slash, if I can, if I can, if I,
If you
I
cannot
click
just roll
it.
bless, or but I don't think that can you reach bless itself, or no, it's pray.
I can't. It's for fucking. Come on, piece of shit, motherfucker, piece of I. Mm,
Or Blair is having the toughest battle of his life with the fucking Foundry on mobile being
my fucking phone won't. Can you
basically
please
non-existent.
fucking click it for me? I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
You can just roll a D100, my guy.
Okay.
Your
Fuck
prey
me.
is 55. You succeeded. Roll a D10.
I get to re-roll twice.
Oh, you get to roll twice. Nice.
I get to roll twice again.
Oh, okay. You
3
have to
times.
remember. Keep in mind that you have to roll every roll separately because Foundry is a bitch with this system.
Yep. So I get to roll 3 times.
Yep.
That's a 1.
That's a 1. That's a Demonette Claw. You have 2 more rolls still.
Another
3 times.
1.
3 times again. Roll again.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is called shenanigans.
That's unnatural swiftness. Roll again.
Boom.
That's Siren Song. Roll again. This is okay. Roll again. You have 2 more blessings. That's Sporific Musk. Roll again. This is your last roll. And that's Racing Aura.
So,
So you have a Demonette Claw. You have an Entrancing Aura. Which normally makes people who are in hand-to-hand combat with you have to do a willpower check, or they can't do shit because they are lost in your beauty.
yep.
Did you also roll Siren Song? I think that you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I'm probably not going to use that one, though.
Fair. But you can just keep to call someone over with it. And then there is unnatural swiftness, which is plus 10 initiative and plus 10 agility for each SL. So it's plus 10 initiative and agility, but still.
Yep.
Are these
Did
temporary
you-
or are these permanent?
Temporary. What the fucking yeah. The rolls. The rolls.
Yep. So,
You also got
do I think-
you did also get Sporific Musk.
oh, yeah.
So everyone affects with everyone within 1 yard of you, causing their heads to swim and their eyes to lose focus. You gain the distracting creature trait.
This seems like the perfect combination. Anything
Yeah.
else you'd like me to roll to make this happen?
No, I think that you got enough. Slanesh literally just decided, yeah, you go, girl. Go
Do I get any
him.
corruption from this?
How funny do? Oh, okay, roll a d6 then, because haha, funny Slanesh 6 holy number. Or
Okay, that's
Ah.
5 more corruption.
Congratulations, you can now roll for a mutation.
I believe I have a trait that allows me to roll twice and pick one.
Yes, but you still have to roll to see if it's a physical or a mental one first, with a 20% chance that it's mental, so roll a d100. It's physical, roll another d100. And another one. Alright, so time to check the fucking mutation table. First I have to...
Shenanigans!
Yep. Oh god, let me fucking get the mega to mega. Fucking no, I don't want to download the PDF. I need to pin a different message in this fucking Discord because I haven't noted down there which PDF contains all of the bloody mutations. I just want to look at them through the PDF because it's nicer that way.
All right.
But yeah, there it is. This is the book with the mutations. Done. Okay, so you got the... I have so many fucking tabs open. A 49 and a 52.
Yep.
49 is glowing skin. You have effectively the light of a candle around you.
Okay.
Oh no!
What's the
52
other?
52 is inhuman beauty. You get plus 10 fellowship and you cannot gain scars.
That's the one, baby. We're taking it.
You didn't even have to describe it to him. You should have just been like, okay, I know which one you're taking. Let me just put this down and show you.
Yeah, but I read the glowing skin one first, so...
All right. More fellowship for me.
Let me see if physical is already... I don't think that it is in here already, so I'll just give it to you manually, I suppose.
All right. And I believe
Yeah.
that's my short-term goal as well.
Yes.
Perfect. I'll try to think up of a new one.
Oh boy, I'm sure it will be much more family friendly. As Alex just fucking becomes a Slanesh piece of beauty, and she mysteriously gets a bunch of guys to follow her in a big ass tent where nothing happens.
Yes, nothing.
At least on camera.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially
No
considering
inhuman
cameras
beauty
weren't
is a
invented in this
base
universe, so it's pretty easy.
mutation. So there you go.
Is there a tree for horned rat mutations?
Unfortunately not.
Damn it.
Yeah. So now you have 60 fellowship and you no longer scar.
Nice.
So all of those secret probably fucking scars that you were hiding somewhere on your body are gone.
Nice.
I want to see where they should be in, like, I want to just see where the mutations are. Oh, they are in effects. Alright. But yeah.
Hey,
Slanesh
chat
has...
and community, if you watch this and you know of any supplementary resources for Warhammer 4E that have mutations for the horned rat, please let us know.
Honestly. I want to double check mutations or corruption, but I believe that I already know how it works. Which is that once you get a mutation, it is reduced by your willpower bonus. I'll just check the main PDF instead because I'm not seeing it in the bloody other thingy in the GM screen.
I'm painting little plastic men.
Awesome. Hey, even if this session ends up being short, at least everyone got something accomplished.
Except for Siegfried, because he doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
And by that I mean his accomplishment is not being dead anymore.
Honestly.
Do we have anything really else to look at?
As in, what?
Do we have anything else this session that's of any import, or should we start wrapping up at this point?
We could really start wrapping up unless there's anything else you guys want to do.
Nah, about the same until we're able to leave. So.
But yeah, it'll be
And
a bit weird to do
anything
that.
else that fucking she wants to do is gonna be even more TOS, so.
What, do you also drag the fucking executioner out of his chamber for fun?
Yeah, maybe, possibly. It's a possibility.
Maybe,
It's
possibly,
a
kind of, mayhaps.
possibility. It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to mark down next session. Have the captain be terrified to Siegfried as his men get in a you know what with the fucking Druchii after she draws a weird crab claw hand.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's gonna be an interesting thing for him to walk back in on. But for now, let's call it here.
All right.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and other blokes for joining us. I hope you had a lovely one. We'll see y'all. We'll have another session of this campaign in 2 weeks' time. So that would be the 4th of February, assuming things don't change, in which case we'll do our best to keep you posted. We do have a Twitter. We do have the community hub thing on YouTube, which I barely use, to be frank. But we will try and keep you posted in some shape or form. Also, join the Discord, dsc.gg/unluckyrolls. It's a shortened URL from a third-party website, but it's not a bad website at all. Before you worry too much about that, as there are some really scummy shortened links out there. I made sure to find one that is actually functional. So there is that. And also, if you like Unlucky Rolls and you also like Warhammer, then you probably also like miniatures. And I just set up the channel for what will become Unlucky Rolls Minis. So that is in progress right now. We have no content there yet, but if you want to subscribe to the channel and be one of the first, it's youtube.com/@UnluckyRollsMinis. Let me just double check to make sure it's actually plural, like I just said, but because I'm a paranoid little piece of shit. But yeah, that's something that I'm going to be starting up because I am way too neck deep in this whole minis hobby to not do that. So.
Yep.
Yeah, Unlucky Rolls Minis, @Unlucky Rolls Minis. Page is set up, the avatar and everything. It's just I've yet to actually get any content posted because I need to set something up. But I have a couple projects in mind that I'm going to be working on, and so content is definitely going to be coming there. Hope you all have a lovely one. Hope to see you next campaign session, and take care, everyone. Peace, nerds.
Peace.
Say goodbye, Fluff.
Bye. Bye.